Hi everyone, in this video we will learn how to create custom widgets. So, we will go to the Widgets library, then to Widgets bundles, and we will add a new widget bundle. In the title field, we will enter the name Custom Widgets to identify our bundle. After that, we will click the Add button to save and create the bundle. Alright, we now have our first Custom Widgets bundle. Now, what we need to do is create our first widget. Since this is our first video on widget creation, we'll start with a simple static widget. As you can see, we have sections for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and a preview. Perfect. Now before we start creating it, let's save it. In the title field, we will enter static to name our widget. Then, we will save it in the Custom Widgets bundle to keep everything organized. Now, we will clear all the default content that was initially loaded. This way, we can begin working from a clean slate and build our widget from scratch without any pre-existing code. Let's start by creating our first Hello World widget. Simply add a div and an h3 in the HTML section and write Hello World inside the h3 tag. As you can see in the preview section, our first widget is now displayed. The text Hello World appears inside the h3 tag, showing that the HTML content we added is rendering correctly. This is the simplest form of a widget. Now let's make it a bit more complex by adding CSS. To do this, we'll add a class named MainCard to our main div. Let's move to the CSS section. In this section, we will write the CSS code for the class we defined in the HTML section. First, we will create a class named MainCard. Then, we will modify its properties by setting the width to 300px and the height to 300px. This will ensure that our widget has a fixed size. Perfect. Now to visualize the size of our div, we will add a border to it. We will make it a simple, solid border with a thickness of 1px and a blue color. This will help us clearly see the dimensions of our div and ensure that the CSS properties we applied are correctly rendered. Let's adjust the size of our widget to ensure it is fully visible. Perfect. Now it looks much better. To further enhance its appearance, let's add rounded borders. This will give our widget a more polished and visually appealing look. We'll do this by adding the border radius property in the CSS section. Now let's center our Hello World text within the div. To achieve this, we'll use Flexbox for our layout. First, we'll set the display property of the div to flex. Then, we'll use Justify Content, Center, to horizontally center the text, and Align Items, Center, to vertically center it. This way, our text will be perfectly centered within the div, giving it a more balanced and aesthetically pleasing look. Now, let's enhance the appearance of our text by adding some style. To achieve this, we will target the h3 tag within the MainCard class. This way, we can apply specific styles directly to our Hello World text. Here, we can customize various aspects of the text's appearance, such as the font type, size, and weight. By adjusting these properties, we can ensure that our Hello World text not only fits well within the overall design of the widget, but also stands out, making it more visually appealing and easier to read. This step allows us to fine-tune the aesthetics to match our design preferences. Perfect. Now we know how to add and center custom text. Creating custom widgets requires basic HTML and CSS knowledge. It may seem overwhelming at first, but with practice, you'll discover many ways to personalize your widgets. This is just a simple example. Now let's add an image to show that it's also possible to include images in your widget. Go to the Image Gallery section to upload images. Click on an image to view and copy the code. Perfect. Now let's return to the widget we are editing. In the HTML section, we will paste the code we copied from the image gallery. This will allow us to include the uploaded image in our widget. Oh, as you can see, our image is too large. But don't worry, we can resize the image to make it smaller and fit better within our widget. To do this, we will select our image using the CSS class MainCardImg. In the CSS section, we will define the height and width properties, setting both to 100px. This will resize the image to a more manageable size. Perfect. To improve the appearance of our widget, let's change the flex direction of our main card from row to column. This adjustment will stack the image and text vertically instead of horizontally. By doing this, we'll create a more organized and visually appealing layout, making it easier to read and more aesthetically pleasing. Well, how do you find the process so far? Does it seem easy or difficult? Please share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. If you're enjoying the video and finding it helpful, don't forget to give it a like. Alright, after my little promotion, if you click on this icon, Show Help, it will open a modal with all the information you need. Here you'll find a template for each type of custom widget, which can be helpful if you're looking for references. For example, I'm going to copy this button to show you how it works. Let's navigate to the HTML section of our widget. Once there, we will paste the copied button code into the HTML section. Now let's copy the JavaScript. To do this, we will go back to the Show Help icon and copy the button logic from there. We'll clean up the code a bit since it's designed to use the settings schema. In the future, we can learn how to use this if you enjoy these types of videos. As an example, let's make it so that each time the button is clicked, it triggers an alert that says, "Hi." Perfect. Now we know how to add JavaScript to our widgets. The ability to incorporate JavaScript opens up many possibilities for customizing and enhancing our widgets. This allows us to create more interactive and dynamic features according to our specific needs. If you're interested in learning more and exploring advanced customization options, I highly recommend checking the ThingsBoard documentation. It provides detailed information and guides to help you understand all the features and capabilities available. Now that you know the basics, how about I teach you something more advanced to help you create better designs? If you check the ThingsBoard repository, you'll see that it uses Angular Material version 15. This allows us to utilize Angular Material components in our widgets, enabling us to create more sophisticated and aesthetically pleasing designs with ease. By leveraging Angular Material, we can incorporate a wide range of pre-built UI components that adhere to modern design principles and enhance the overall user experience. If we go to the Angular Material website and select version 15, we can find all the available components that we can use. This resource provides detailed documentation and examples for each component, allowing us to easily integrate them into our widgets and enhance their functionality and appearance. For example, if we want to use a switch component to turn a sensor on or off, we can simply take the switch component code from the Angular Material documentation, copy it, and paste it into our widget. Great. As you can see, the component renders perfectly and is fully functional. This demonstrates how easy it is to integrate Angular Material components into our widgets. Now let's add a slider to see if it works. Copy the slider component code from the Angular Material documentation and paste it into our widget's HTML section. Perfect. It works as well. Just keep in mind that this approach is best suited for simple tasks. Since we're not working within a native Angular project, you might encounter some limitations and challenges. For example, a very simple and useful feature you could incorporate is the Material UI icons. If we go to the Angular Material documentation, we can find a wide range of icons available for use. By copying the code for an icon and pasting it into our HTML, we can easily integrate these high-quality icons into our widgets. This not only enhances the visual appeal of our widgets, but also improves their functionality by providing clear and intuitive visual cues for users. Perfect. Let's try adding an Angular Material card to our widget. First, go to the Angular Material documentation and locate the card component. Copy the provided code for the card component. Then, return to our widget's HTML section and paste the copied code. Let's comment out our previous code, so we don't lose any changes. For this example, it will also be necessary to copy the associated styles. And voila! We now have our beautiful card component from the Angular material documentation integrated into our widget. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? This example shows how easily we can enhance our widgets with sophisticated UI components. By leveraging Angular material, we can create more polished and visually appealing designs. This opens up a wide range of possibilities for improving the user experience. Alright, now it's time to use these widgets in a dashboard. To do this, go to the Dashboard section, create a new dashboard, and then import your widgets from the Custom Widgets bundle. Perfect. Now we have our custom widgets in the dashboard. As we can see, the text in the content is a bit large. To enhance the overall appearance and readability, we can adjust the font size to make it smaller and more visually appealing. By resizing the text, we can ensure that the content fits better within the widget, providing a cleaner and more professional look. To see how it looks, we can save the widget and then refresh the dashboard page. This will allow us to view the updated appearance with the adjusted text size and ensure everything is displayed correctly. Perfect. Now let's assume we have our final widget ready. What we can do next is go to the widget's configuration settings and change the background to transparent. This way, only our custom widget card will be visible, providing a cleaner and more integrated look on the dashboard. Perfect. Now let me adjust it a bit. Here's a trick. If you right-click on the widget, you can copy and paste it. This makes it easy to duplicate widgets and arrange them quickly on your dashboard. Perfect. Well, everyone, that's all for this video. I hope you found it helpful and enjoyed watching. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Your support means a lot and helps me create more videos. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.